Hello, my friends, and thank you for your interest in the Fight Club. So I'm going to try to make this short, even though I love to talk. I'm going to make this as short and concise as possible as to why I'm starting this Fight Club and what exactly is included in this Fight Club. So let's go back to 2000, I'm guessing 15, 16, 17. I had what I called then the AMX Fight Club. And AMX was short for AM Excellence, which was something that I was building back then that had to do with my podcast. And back at that time, I had approximately 22 people signed up, paying $10 a month for that Fight Club. I didn't really know what it was, but what it was fans of the show, people whose lives were better because of my podcast, people who were following on a daily basis, and people who wanted to support what I was doing. It was almost like a form of reciprocity. And I've been thinking of starting this over again, and I decided to go ahead and start another Fight Club. This is just simply dubbed my Fight Club. It comes most of you will be listeners of my podcast. But the reason I'm starting this Fight Club, I took a couple notes in front of me. One, it's a commitment, right? It's a commitment to yourself, but it's also a commitment to me. It's a commitment to yourself in that I put out a podcast. I think that podcast can change lives. I know it can change lives. I've had people tell me that it's changed their lives. So by joining this Fight Club, it is a commitment to you to pay more attention, to try to get more from the podcast itself. It's also a commitment to me that you appreciate, you value, and you want to reciprocate the value that this show is bringing to you in your life. Relationships. I don't know about you, but I love hanging around, spending time with, talking, interacting with people who are similar to myself, similar likes, similar interests, similar pursuits, similar ambition and drive. And so that is what you can expect from the people in the Fight Club. Purpose and meaning and connection. I don't know exactly what this will evolve into, but I want you to think of this Fight Club as, like I said, a commitment, a place to build and develop relationships, but also something from which to derive purpose and connection and meaning. When you set yourself to a life of learning, when you set yourself to a commitment to listen and to engage and interact with the books and the guests and the conversations that we have here within the Fight Club, my goal is to help you derive and get from them a purpose and direction and meaning. And then lastly, fun. I get bored a lot. I'm someone who likes to have fun, interact, hang out with friends, like I've been saying. And so I want you to think of the Fight Club as, if nothing else, a way to add some spice and some fun into your life. I'll be holding various things, some scheduled, some pop-up events, virtual events. But I want you to think of it as just an extra way to add a little bit of fun into your days. What you can expect from the Fight Club is what you're already getting by way of the podcast, The Spaniards Show. You can expect some extra content, but I don't want you to depend heavily on that extra content. Most of it will not be set. Most of it will not be scheduled. I'll put it out as I have interest, time, interest from you as well. You can expect some open chats, some open mats, or some workouts, right? Open chat, open mat. You can expect some workouts, live virtual workouts with me, open Q&As pertaining to both the podcast content and a lot of the stuff I'm interested in life, training, nutrition, health, habits, relationships, happiness, all of these things I talk about on the show. You'll be getting extra content here and there, as well as live pop-up virtual events. I would say expect 1 to 2 of them per month. All of this will be communicated via email. So once you pay, you'll be added to an email list, and all of the communication for the Fight Club will be done via the email list. So I hope that explains it. I hope it wasn't too long. Think of this Fight Club as kind of a toolkit to fight everyday life. Thanks for joining.